Man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't been able to get up on here and talk about the Manny Pacquiao situation. Word on the curb is Manny Pacquiao possibly is being dropped by HBO. Bob Arum is mad as hell and ain't gonna take it anymore. According to Bob Arum, since HBO is refusing to distribute Manny Pacquiao's upcoming pay-per-view fight against Jesse Vargas, WBO welterweight champion Jesse Vargas, since they're refusing to distribute the fight, this makes the contract between Manny Pacquiao and HBO null and void, or either they're in breach of contract. In his opinion, ladies and gentlemen, and I repeat that, in his opinion. Because listening to HBO, they're saying, hey, their statement to the world is, as this present time, we still have an agreement between Top Rank, Manny Pacquiao, and HBO. And that's where they're leaving it at. You know, Bob Arum is a Hall of Fame promoter. He should fucking know better. I side with HBO in this situation. They are 100% right. I'm rolling with them here. They are right. HBO is tired of these bullshit fights, man. They're tired of these boring snooze fests. And they are now in the knockout business. If you are not in the business of giving them exciting fights, good opposition, knockout caliber fights, they don't give a fuck. Simple. This is the reason why they are such heavy investors now in Sergey Kovalev, Vasyl Lomachenko, and Gennady Golovkin. Because say what you want about them dudes, man, they give you exciting fucking fights. We seen Gennady Golovkin face Dominique Wade on HBO. The reason being because we all knew that Gennady Golovkin was going to beat the shit out of Dominique Wade. At least HBO would rather put that on. But then they turn around and give us Ward versus Brand. And look what that fucking fight did. That shit was a snooze fest, man. Really? That shit was a snooze fest. I don't care how fundamentally sound it was. It was a snooze fest. They cut Regendow. Regendow was as fundamentally sound as it gets, right? He can hit you and make you hit your goddamn self. But they cut Regendow. Because no matter how fundamentally sound and pleasing to us diehards, we love to see Guillermo Regendow, to the casuals and to most of the public, the shit was boring as shit. So they cut Regendow. So clearly HBO is in the knockout business, man. They don't care how unfair the fight is. They don't care how much of a mismatch it is. They down with Golovkin going to fight Kell Brook. Trust me. They was super down when Canelo went and fought Amir Khan. Trust me. Because they know one way or another, the chances are extremely high that those fights was going to end in knockout. They know this. So with Bob Arum and all of his promoter expertise, knowing he's been promoting fights for years, man, before most of us were born, he should have known that this was a fucked up situation. No offense to Jesse Vargas, man. Great, he's a good fighter. But Jesse Vargas is just not the dude that we want to see Pacquiao fight. That ain't nothing that Bob Arum can say that's going to change that shit. We don't want to see that shit, bruh. This is Manny fucking Pacquiao, cultural icon, man. Fighter of the decade, right? This is who this is. You think we want to see him get in there with Jesse Vargas when the dude got like 1, 2, maybe fights left? Fuck no. Fuck no. And Bob Arum, though I understand he attempted to get Adrian Brown in the ring, but that goes back to him too. He fucked that up because now, oh man. I hate to say this because I've done videos in the past about how Manny Pacquiao has remained so loyal to Top Rank and Bob Arum. But it's time for the man to go, man. It's time for him to go. He gave Bob Arum enough money. This is the same thing that I said about Timothy Bradley when I did the video a couple days ago about Bradley re-signing with Top Rank. Why? Look at what Manny Pacquiao was going through. Why? So, Bob Arum now has Manny Pacquiao in a position where, given that he has no one else to fight, all of the younger fighters or the PBC fighters, all the other welterweights, they're like, hey, we looked at Manny Pacquiao come up through the ranks and we looked up to him, man. We thought he was the greatest. He was dynamic, man. He was awesome. But then now, with Uncle Al watching over them, he hipped them like, yo, guess what, fellas? Manny Pacquiao has no one else to fight. He has ran circles around the top rank camp, and now he has no one else to fight. So he is going to need us more than we need him. The PBC dudes are cool, man. They getting those low-risk fights for big purses. They getting eyeballs put on them because they're fighting on free TV. They good over there, man. They good. They like, yo, Pac, if you want to fight us, fuck that. I know there was a time where we had to basically take that little $2-3 million. No, fuck that. You need us now because you got nobody to fight. You gonna have to see us. That is the position that Manny Pacquiao is in. Real talk. Manny Pacquiao should have thought about this and woke his ass up and took charge of his career. He's cool with just allowing everybody else to run his career while he sits back and makes the $20-30 million purses. That's how Pacquiao operates. So clearly HBO, like I said before, they are in the knockout business. So Bob Arum goes to HBO and insists that Manny Pacquiao will be fighting on November 5th. HBO's response to Bob Arum was, hey, why don't you put him on October 29th, the same day of the Klitschko Fury 2 fight, which was, I don't know why they would say that, but they felt as though that would have been a better date than the November 5th date. And Bob Arum was like, fuck no, because Manny Pacquiao, he's on recess from the Senate. This is the only window that he got to fight. I don't give a flying fat fuck about Manny Pacquiao being a senator in the Philippines. And that is no disrespect to no Filipino. I just don't care. Because at the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao is a boxer. He is not a retired boxer. He is a boxer. It is boxing that keeps the lights on in Manny Pacquiao's house. It is boxing that gave the name Manny Pacquiao to the world. That's the reason we even give a fuck or know about Manny Pacquiao, not by him being a senator. So if he wants to be a senator, here's the deal. Hang up your fucking gloves or else keep your mouth closed, because in boxing, dates constantly change. The business is not going to stop being the business because Manny Pacquiao is a fucking senator. Why would you become a senator and think you can still box whenever you fucking want to? I have zero idea. I have zero idea. Bob Arum and Manny Pacquiao are being arrogant as fuck right now, man. They are being arrogant as fuck. And I got credibility because I have stood up for Pacquiao. But they're being arrogant. And them taking this date is just stupidity and arrogance at its best. HBO is telling Bob Arum, look, man, you're putting Pacquiao between two pay-per-view fights, one on October 29th and another one later on in November, the Sergey Kovalev and Andre Ward fight. You're putting him on during the presidential election, which happens on November 4th. You're putting him on while NHL hockey is going through their playoff seasons. You're putting him on when the NBA just starts. You're putting him on when the NFL is in full swing. You're putting this thing on when college basketball or football, will get the cracking. What are we doing? So HBO is saying, look, man, we've taken hit after hit after hit with these fucking fighters. We've lost all this money. So guess what? If you want to fuck with us, show us how we're going to make our money back. Because right now the numbers ain't adding up, Bob. The numbers ain't fucking adding up. So I agree with HBO. I agree with it. If Bob could have got Manny a better opponent, he possibly could have drugged HBO on board. But they tired of this shit. This is the same network that's cut Regan out, that's let go Mayweather. I don't, no, whatever. They let go Mayweather. They let go Regendow. They will let Manny Pacquiao's ass go too, man, because they got Sergey Kovalev, Lomachenko, and Gennady Golovkin, and that's who they are heavily invested in right now. If you guys think that they gave Ward that 3-fight deal just because they like and love Andre Ward, you are sadly mistaken. They gave that shit to Ward because they are trying to attempt and thinking that they are going to feed Ward to Sergey Kovalev. No. That's the only reason they fucking with Ward. This is actually a hookup more so for Kovalev and to keep Andre Ward's ass locked in a contract, forcing him to face Kovalev, than it is a help out for Andre Ward. Don't be misunderstood, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be misunderstood. So Bob Arum knows these things, man. He knows these things. He should have thought about this before he chose fucking Jesse Vargas. He should have just let Vargas went somewhere else and fought someone else. This wasn't the fight for Pacquiao. He built Jesse Vargas for Manny Pacquiao, and now that shit is biting his ass back in the face. It is what it is, man. I side with HBO here. They are right. Now, the good thing is, if Bob Arum shops Pacquiao to Showtime, you know, that opens the door to Manny Pacquiao now facing the PBC fighters, because PBC is distributed by CBS Showtime, correct? Also, Mayweather was under contract with CBS and Showtime, but however, his contract is up at this present moment. He fulfilled his 6-fight deal. He gave them the Pacquiao fight. So he fulfilled his obligations. The Berto fight was the last contractually obligated fight for Floyd Mayweather. So, but if Pacquiao walks through Showtime, one of the biggest impediments between Maypac 1 was the network differences. That won't be a problem no more. The PBC fighters could be possibly available to Pacquiao if a relationship works out with Showtime. According to Steven Espinoza, head of Showtime Sports, he's saying that, hey, we're open to a conversation with Bob. We're down for that. If HBO allows Manny Pacquiao to walk out, they are possibly risking losing Maypac 2 and having anything to do with that fight. They need to maybe reconsider that. But if they decide to let Manny Pacquiao go, hey, it is what it is. It's Bob Arum's fault, ladies and gentlemen. Manny Pacquiao had 2 more fights left contractually with HBO. So, or at least with Top Rank. I'm not sure. But I know he had a couple more fights left on his contract with HBO. So, I don't know. But HBO ain't buying it. Us as the fans ain't buying it. No knock to Jesse Vargas. Bob Arum should have seen this coming. He should have picked a better date. I don't want to hear anything about no Senate. He should have gave him a better opponent. This is Manny Pacquiao. You claim you want to cash Pacquiao. He thought by keeping Pacquiao blemish-free would have a better, if he beats a champion, keeping him blemish-free, will this give him a better chance to get in the Mayweather fight? I think not, man. This is actually a good thing for real. If HBO lets Pac go, Pac is now available to walk on over there and negotiate that fight. I don't know. I don't think this is a knock on Pac by far. I think he's totally out of the loop when it comes to shit like this. I just think he shows up to fight. He don't know who he fight. He don't really give a fuck. Maybe if they would have gave him Terrence Crawford, maybe HBO would have been more inclined to back the fight. But Jesse Vargas, clearly, this plan is biting Bob Arum in the ass, because at this present moment, at this day and time, August 18th, ladies and gentlemen, Manny Pacquiao has no home for his pay-per-view. And that's being real. To the next video, Main Man, Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man, Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man, Made Man. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob should have known this. He's a Hall of Fame fucking promoter, for crying out loud, man. I get HBO, man. These fighters got to step up. If you want to fuck with HBO, though, real shit, you better be in the knockout business. And you better be giving exciting fights. Because if you're dancing around the ring, if you want to be super fundamentally sound, if you are Eris Landy Laura, don't expect to get a contract from HBO. Period. And if you're Sergey Kovalev, Gennady Golovkin, and Vasyl Lomachenko, the minute you guys stop, y'all probably get cut too. To the next video. Peace out.